What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? From Prince Sean to Iverson Vlogs. We are live not only on the Facebook. Well, actually, we're not even live on Facebook today. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on the Spotlight Sports Network. And, of course, we are live on the main center here as MalcGoolie, as me and Hammer, and probably a few other guests from the Spotlight Sports Network will probably be joining us soon. It is NxT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Streaming live tomorrow on the WWE Network at 7 o'clock. We got picks and predictions. And as always, the man to my right is Mr. Hammer. Hammer, how are you feeling today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm feeling well. A little bit peed-out. And I know a lot of people have been asking, when are we getting the relaunch of ACW? Few things. I have to, let the game get rebooted. I mean, no, I haven't disconnected or anything. I have to download every wrestler from their liking, and I still have to make Hammer, and Maniac, and a few other people as well. So bear with me, okay? We probably might not get this thing till probably the way how my PS4 and computer is going, probably next month or in April. So please be patient, because there'll be a few surprises down the road. So I'm about to look up the card. The last time I checked, there was 5 matches on this show. So while that is going on, yeah, I know Nia Jax is trending worldwide. My hole! Oh my god. I think this is WWE. Look, like I said so many times before, WWE may be stupid at times, but they're not blind, because if people hate Nia, I get that. You hate Nia. I don't hate Nia as a person. I don't. As a wrestler, I don't hate her either, but there are times I just want to just like, okay, WWE, y'all need to do something. She's hurting people. You need to do something and do something fast. But I think this is WWE's way of telling us, okay, we hear your cry. We're just gonna degrade her for just a bit. What's up, my guys? Nia said, "Oh, my hole!" And yeah, I think this is WWE's way of basically telling us, okay, we're punishing Nia. We're gonna embarrass Nia week after week after week with this my hole situation. This is more funnier than my leg, but my leg. Good God, I got the card. We got 5 matches. We have not 1 but 2 Dusty Road Classic finals for tomorrow, and we also have a total of 3 championships being decided. So I'm believe that if I'm as a betting man, the first match that they will literally start with, if I was a betting man, I would say the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will probably be the one to start us off. And it's the finals as Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. I'm sorry, my Spanish is a little dry. Versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. And whoever wins the first ever Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will receive a future WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Hammer, who do you have and why?
For that match, I'm going with Shotzi and Ember Moon. I'm very high on the both of them, especially like the last couple of months. With NXT, like they're definitely the key face for this. So I think that they're gonna win it, and I think like if they end up going to the main roster, you'll see like a really good well, then again, I take that back, because the women's tag team champions, they can go wherever they want in on any of the brands, but I feel like there's going to be a nice feud if Moon and Blackheart pull it off. I think it's going to be a nice feud between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler moving forward.
Okay, so you have Shotzi and Ember Moon.
Ember Moon.
Unfortunately, I won't be. I'll watch No Surrender, but I know No Surrender started. I did not know No Surrender was this weekend. I really didn't. But there's only one match that I would want to see from that, and that's Tommy Dreamer versus Rich Swann. Personally, I want Tommy to win because I think he deserves one more title shot, one more title reign before he retires. But Rich Swann is winning that because they're gonna do Rich Swann versus Moose somewhere down the road. I think if they can hold this together, maybe at Slammiversary, I hope. But I don't think they're gonna wait that long until I think Slammiversary is in August, so I don't think they're gonna wait that long. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm going with Ember Moon and Shotzi. Personally, because I like Shotzi and Ember. I love them as a tag team. They're kind of the same. You got the War Horse and you got the War Goddess, and you have a freaking green-haired almost Elvira 2.0 driving a freaking tank and shooting people with it, which
I love that tank. Like. I love that tank. I always get so excited when she comes to the ring in the tank.
I'm a big fan of Shotzi Blackheart. I'm a big fan of that type of environment when it comes to women. So I'm going with Shotzi and Ember Moon. I believe WWE might come to their senses and actually let Shotzi and Ember Moon win those belts, and probably let the tag team titles be on NXT for a while, because there's a few women on that NXT roster sorry, that can literally give you classic matches, and having it on Shotzi and Ember Moon wouldn't hurt. Dakota Kai, I'm a big fan of Dakota Kai. At first I thought she was a Bayley 2.0. She always smiled and kicked the shit out of you while smiling. But I love the fact that they turn her heel. I love the fact that they have her with this with Raquel Gonzalez, who put a whooping on Rhea Ripley. I expect some big things coming for her in her NXT career. I think maybe after this, maybe we'll see Dakota Kai and Gonzalez finally break up, but I don't see that happening. I would love to see it just to see where both careers will go, but I am gonna go with Ember Moon and Shotzi. I think me and Hammer are on agreed to this. Just to let you know, when it comes to picks and predictions, me and Hammer are the only ones so far undefeated when it comes to pay-per-views. We were undefeated in the Rumble. Can our undefeated streak happen in Vengeance Day? Everyone else from the Spotlight Sports Network, we're staring a hole at you. Pick your game up. And I'm talking to you, Darian. Yeah, because you definitely need to pick your game up. Stop.
What is No Surrender like on pay-per-view?
It's on now. Like, it's on pay-per-view now.
It's on pay-per-view. Yo, I cannot. That's like the only event right now that won't pop up on my app right now. Like, I see UFC prelims, I see the UFC main cards, I see boxing. I do not see Impact. This sucks. All right, I guess I won't be watching
Impact
tonight.
Normally, Impact comes on around like 8. Normally, last thing I saw was Bound for Glory. The damn thing came on at 9 o'clock, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And it didn't end till almost midnight. And I was like, oh, okay. Now here WB is signing Blake Christian and Christian Casanova. What? Okay. Yes, congratulations to Keith Lee on his engagement. We'll talk about a lot of things here in wrestling as well. Hammer hates it because he loves Mia Yim. But I'm happy for Keith. I'm happy for Keith Lee. And I'm happy for Mia Yim. Now I just hope Mia Yim can get out of this goddamn shit that she's in Retribution, which is the most stupidest thing. I'm not gonna say the group is stupid. It's just that how are we supposed to get over this new group if they can't win? First off, change their names. The Slapjack, Mace,
Slapnuts,
yeah. Change the freaking name.
Slapnuts, and Teabag.
Oh, they're signing Rick Steiner, Brock Lesnar. I heard about the Brock Lesnar 2.0. I did not know Rick Steiner had a son, so that'd be something. I thought Retribution was Nexus 2.0. Hell no. You're talking about the core. The core was Nexus 2.0, and I didn't even like the core.
Apparently, there's reports going out there now that I've seen over the last few days that they're trying to do a match for WrestleMania where you're looking at Retribution versus the original Nexus. That would be very, very annoying.
That would be good, but on one condition: Retribution has to win. Because if Nexus wins, personally, to me, Retribution is already dead and buried, and it's not even Mustafa Ali's fault. It's just the fact you got him people that with number one cartoonish names that will make the Three Stooges proud, and then you got, just and all the people that are involved are very talented. Why not let them use their real names? Instead, you're just letting them Slapjack, Pancake, Mace Windu. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway,
Teabag.
Thank you, Teabag. The next match that should be next after that match should be, according to Key, he said he's injured, and if he's injured, he's definitely losing the belt. The North American Championship is on the line as Johnny Gargano defends against Kushida. I'm going to say this right now. I'm finally fucking happy that they're finally doing something with Kushida. I love Kushida. I love the gimmick. I love he's very competent in the ring. Watch him in New Japan if you want to see him at his best. I think this is the time. Nothing against Johnny Gargano, but if the rumor is true that he is hurt, your best bet is to have Kushida hold that belt. I mean, Kushida literally, first off, I thought Kushida turned heel after literally killing Velveteen Dream, because we haven't seen Velveteen Dream ever since then. So I think when he comes back, I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Kushida one more time. I'm going to have to go with Kushida. I think Kushida will win. I'm a big fan of Johnny Gargano. We all know that. I love his matches. He's competent too, and I love Kushida, but I think this is Kushida's time right now. I think this is his time. Let Kushida have a run with the title. I mean, let's be real. I'm at to the point where I would love for a Japanese superstar to be the head of a company. Fuck Vince Russo. Yes, I said it. Fuck Vince Russo. He is the douchebag that literally said, Japanese superstars will never get over in America. That is a fucking lie. That is a straight out lie. It's blasphemous, to be honest with you. So Tajiri was never over. Okay, he was over in America. Masato Tanaka, ring any bells? Ultimo Drag, Houston Thunder Liger. Oh, Japanese will never get over in America, huh? F you, Vince Russo. Seriously. Screw you. I'm going with Kushida. And Hammer's mic is muted. I don't know why it's muted.
Konnichiwa, bitches. I think this whole thing with Gargano and the whole broken arm thing is just him playing it off. I think Theory's gonna find a way to get involved in the match and interfere, and I think Gargano's gonna retain the title.
ACW sequel, Okada versus Kushida. You're talking about not ACW, Dragon Gate. Jamar Games, ACW will be coming back somewhere. I gotta update a lot of people on this goddamn game. Apparently, there is a move creator. Let's just say Fire Pro Wrestling World is literally killing the 2K series to me. Personally, I can't wait till they advance to the PS5. But apparently they said they're not, but I call bull crap because anything is possible. The next match, the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Finals. Winners also receive a future NXT Championship match. MSK, Wes Lee, and Nash Carter. I'm not calling them that. I'm calling them Desmond Alexander, Desmond Xavier. I can't think of his last name. And Zachary Wentz against the grizzled young veterans of James Drake and Zach Giffen, the former, if I'm not mistaken, the former NXT UK Tag Team Champions, if I'm not mistaken. I am going with MSK. I'm not going to lie to you. They were badass in Combat Zone Wrestling. They were badass in Impact and WWE. NXT, Triple H, he really knows how badass and how awesome they are. Because let's be honest with ourselves. Nobody expected them to literally come to the Dusty Rose Classic as a surprise and make it to the finals. Yeah, MSK is winning this.
I definitely agree. I think it feels like the right approach to let MSK get this win just to fully establish themselves as a new force in the tag team division. I definitely think that MSK is taking this this match.
MSK is really amazing. I love Zachary Wentz. I love Desmond Xavier. They're both phenomenal athletes. They are both like balls to the wall, insane. I mean, hell, if you watch Impact, the Rascals ring a bell when they had what's his name, Trey Miguel, and that. Oh my god, it kind of amazes me that they never won the Impact Zone Tag Team Champions. How entertaining that they are, even though at first all they did was smoke weed and smoke trees in Impact Wrestling and in Combat Zone. I'm kind of surprised that how they got to WWE, and B, I'm surprised that they mimic Outcast in a way, which is just kind of funny as hell, which I love. But you know damn well Vince is not gonna have, potheads, but at the same time, there's been rumors that they might let them get away with weed. So I don't know. I think MSK will win the Dusty Rose Classic. That would be big for them, and I think them taking on, if I'm not mistaken, aren't the tag team champions of NXT? Aren't they? Are they Imperial still, or did the Imperial lose the belts already?
No,
I don't.
I think it's still Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with MSK. I think this one's a no brainer, but let me know in the live feed if I'm wrong on this. Next match, the triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai versus Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez. Oh God. As much as I would love for love, I'm gonna say this. Io Shirai is retaining. I think the only person who could really take that belt off of her should be, well, Mercedes Martinez will be the more fantastic choice. Oh yeah, it's Oni and Danny. Okay, Oni Larkin and Danny Burch are the tag team champions. Okay, thank you. I think personally, Mercedes Martinez should be a wiser choice, but I think they might give it to Candice LeRae. I think, but I'm gonna say this: ever since Io Shirai has won that belt, all her matches have been entertaining as hell, very crazy in the ring. Hell, for God's sakes, she put a full freaking trash can on her body and just literally Peter Pan off the War Games cage. For God's sakes,
That was pretty dope.
not gonna lie, I love Toni Storm. I love all three women, but I'm going to go with the champion. The champion retains.
I agree. I think Io Shirai is definitely going to retain tomorrow night. Most definitely. There's really not even that much to say about that right now.
I mean, Eric, yeah, I know Candice LeRae is not in the match, but I'm saying that out of all the women on that roster, Candice LeRae or Mercedes Martinez are the only two that could literally take the belt off of her. I know Toni Storm, it would be a surprise if Toni was the one, but I don't think so. I don't think, not yet at least. Or they could do the impossible. They can get the NXT UK Women's Champion against Io Shirai. That would be good as hell too. I think she's the longest reigning champion so far in WWE history right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Io. Hammer's going with Io. Then that leaves our main event. Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor. Well, let me read some of these. Hey, Matt Riddle's trees. He came to WWE. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Matt Riddle's a straight up pothead. You cannot.
You could tell. You can clearly tell that dude is beyond
straight up
dopey.
pothead. He and people say, "Oh, he's a character." No, he's a fucking pothead. Let's be real. MSK is kind of like Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Kinda are. They do remind me of Paul London and Brian Kendrick. They really do. That's good, cool points for Jamar Games on that. They really do.
Yeah,
Kaylee Ray,
Brian Kendrick came back with that ridiculous gimmick as a cruiserweight, yeah, and he looks like a cartoon homeless alley cat. Like, what the hell?
You know what he looked like? You play Grand Theft Auto, right? San Andreas.
Yeah. Yep.
He reminds me of a fake OG Loke, a white OG Loke. It's OG Loke in the place. It's OG Loke in the place. Every time when he came up there, I'm like, oh my god, it's OG Loke. It's OG Loke.
I couldn't stand him as a cruiserweight.
I mean, not Spanky. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot that he was. Oh, we don't talk about the Spanky. What is up, Andy? We will not talk about Spanky, for Christ's sake. That was terrible. But yeah, Brian Kendrick, Paul London. Hell, Paul London, look at when he was in Lucha Underground. He was pretending that he was an extra off of Alice in Wonderland. He was surrounded by white rabbits. I'm like, what are y'all doing to Paul London? Oh, God. Oh, God. We were supposed to be talking about the main event, for God's sakes. Finn Balor, Pete Dunne. This possibly could be match of the night. Possibly match of the night. As Pete Dunne literally breaking fingers, and then you got Finn Balor who can take so much goddamn punishment. I don't see Pete Dunne winning the NXT championship. I really don't. I got Finn winning this. I think what they're going to do around WrestleMania weekend, or probably after WrestleMania, I think it's time. It's Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross for the NXT World Heavyweight title. Let's be honest. I mean, the fans want to see it, and I don't know why WWE is not WWE. Jesus, I don't know why NXT is waiting this long for them to do it, but the writing's really on the wall. It's Karrion Kross versus Finn. And personally, I think that's the only time Finn should go demon or go back to being a demon. But yeah, Finn's retaining. I don't see Pete winning.
Finn, hands down, no questions asked. Finn's retaining.
Finn's retaining. I know this sucks that it's a short picks and predictions, but I thought Jake and Dee would be on here. But I'm not going to end the stream because we got a lot to talk about when it comes to wrestling. I'm sorry that I've been kind of MIA, not doing the Raw and SmackDown live streams. But let's just say outside of this YouTube channel, I've been getting my ass kicked at work. And as you can tell, and I can tell by looking at the camera in certain videos, that I've actually done lost some weight. For Christ's sakes, I mean, I dropped from a 5X to a 4X. And if you can tell, I got my Raven t-shirt. So
what about me? What about Raven?
What about me? What about Raven? But I have not forgot about you guys. I really haven't. I haven't forgot about ACW. I haven't forgot about Dragon Gate. Mal, how do you feel about Grimes' promo? I did not see Grimes' promo. Like I said, when it comes to NXT and AEW, I'm way lacking behind. Thank God for YouTube. But oh boy, Mal, not letting. Oh yeah, I did hear about Alexa Bliss's. That's what we're going to talk about now. Alexa Bliss had a stalker. Basically, the stalker finally, he's been banned off of Twitter. Personally, I think he needs to be arrested if he hasn't been already. this goes to show you that's one of those things. You having a stalker literally coming after you, like you got nothing better to do. For number one, to the stalker, if he's watching, number one, she doesn't want to be with you, bruh. Someone already put a ring on it, and it wasn't even freaking Murphy, for God's sakes. I just don't understand fans these days when it comes to, stalking a celebrity. I don't get it. I don't know what's the purpose of it. You're that lonely in life that you just want to literally fuck someone else over, fuck their life up, fuck their world up. I mean, we've had this situation before with Sonya Deville. She had a stalker.
That was scary. That was scary.
We had this before. That was scary, unbalanced, hell. And remember, her and Mandy Rose, if they would have went home, they would have been kidnapped by this stalker and his friend. Reminds you, what was it, SummerSlam? Was it SummerSlam of last year that they had their underwhelming table match?
Yeah.
Like, so you can tell Sonya Deville wasn't really into it, and Mandy Rose wasn't into it because, for God's sakes, they almost got kidnapped by an idiotic stalker fanboy. And if you saw the trial, or I don't see, saw pictures from the trial, you can see it in Sonya Deville's face. She was scared, she was angry, and she was done. She looked completely done. Like, the harassment, the abuse. I just want to know why. Just why? Her personally, I hope the dude got life in prison.
Nah, not for something like that. Nah, he's not gonna get that much time. Like, realistically, nah. For something like that, you don't get that much time. It's gonna be
maybe 5 to 10 years,
like 2 to 4, or maybe just probation and a fine. Like, you gotta see how that shit plays out. It is what it is.
Malc, even Peyton Royce got a fan mail and a fan bell and a box in her. See, it's fucking stupid. Kayla to have fan mail coming to her hair salon. Kayla Braxton? Oh no. Speaking of Kayla Braxton, I said this a long time ago. I think it was last year. There was a lot of people that Braxton death threats. Why? Why are we sending superstars death threats? What happened on being a decent human being?
The pandemic happened. And they have nothing better to do now.
The pandemic happened. But on the real, it's just unreal to me. It pisses me off. I just don't understand it. I already got my 2 cents. Hammer, what you think about it, man?
People are just sick nowadays, man. It's like, it's a lot worse than it once was with, like, people in mental health. Like, you're stalking someone that you never met a day in your life, someone that you probably wouldn't have a chance with if you had the opportunity to really meet that person. Anyways, they wouldn't give you the time of day. So this is what you resort to. Desperate, serious desperation for that person. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? You really got to be. You got to be a different type of fucked up in the head to do something so, like, heinous and disgusting. Like, didn't the dude show up to Sonya Deville's house with duct tape and zip ties as well? Like, come on, why?
Yep, he was gonna do something horrible to both Sonya and Mandy. Because remember, Sonya and Mandy were going out for a jog, and then the dude found out where she lived, and thank God, Sonya Deville was smart. He had like a silent alarm in her house, and as soon as she opened the door, here comes Stalker, and he got greeted with the fucking cops. So Killer Cross looks like you've been focusing on the cruiserweight. Oh my God, that would be a fucking demotion. That's a demotion. Why would they put him in the cruiserweight division? I mean, for God's sakes, he beat Keith Lee for the world title. Why put him in the cruiserweight division? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it would be different, but that's a demotion, bro.
Bring back Enzo and put him in the cruiserweight division, all right?
They're not bringing back Enzo after all the.
I know.
Hell, it surprises me that Enzo still has a job in wrestling. I remember they were supposed to be doing something with Ring of Honor, but that didn't go anywhere. What else has happened this week? They put Karrion as a cruiserweight. I mean, I did hear that he was facing the cruiserweight champion, non-title, but what is up, Red Sports? But yeah, I hope they didn't. That's a demotion. Yeah, Seth got his Burn It Down theme back.
And for what? For what? Because last night that promo was terrible, and it was like, oh, here we go again. Now, what is it? Embrace My Vision or something like that. But he's back to this whole. He's on this whole stick of, oh, I'm the leader of this brand. Da, 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 da. We don't want to hear that again. We don't want to relive that. Like, they need to come up with something better than that, because that was god awful. He came out to Burn It Down, and I was so hyped, and then had to hear that. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I had to turn it off.
This is how I feel. Even though it's a little bit early, but hey, me and Hammer can talk about it because it's early. Let's talk about these Elimination Chamber matches. I think it's kind of funny that Drew has to defend his title, but not Roman.
Of course not. What? That's Darian's guy.
I'm mad he deleted the fucking logo and doing the Roman Reigns for. David, if you're watching this, bro, upload it to us. I literally want to upload that because it was freaking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Raw, let's be real. Drew is retaining his belt. I think they're gonna do Drew versus Sheamus at Mania.
Yep, I told you that from the night that he did it. That he broke kick Drew. I said it the night before when you were watching. They showed the first trailer for WrestleMania. You have Sheamus doing a brogue kick front and center. It was like it's a given. That's going to be the match. Just wait and see. But is it still going to be that main
event worthy of a match? Now it should not be your main event for me.
It shouldn't be, and it won't be. I think Reigns and Edge is going to be the main event for WrestleMania.
Yeah, and it really does help having Edge and Roman. I'm sorry, I'm moving my mic. I'm trying to get a little comfortable. Read also some of these comments here. I hope Chief Lee gets his old theme back. He's not. And Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. Sheamus, I kind of like his new theme. Not gonna lie, I kind of prefer.
I haven't really heard it. I'm gonna have to look it up afterwards.
Jeff Hardy will be sometime around. I don't know when. WWE does have the rights to No More Words. I don't know. I think they're gonna wait till they get fans for that to happen. Sheamus needs lobster head back, no question. Oh, you mean when he had the mohawk? I actually liked that on Sheamus. Yeah, he had the mohawk. He had like a bearded beard.
And now he has the bowler cap and a pair of suspenders and a beater. Like, come on, dude.
Right.
You're not one of those old fighting Irish. Like, stop it.
Like, it was like one of the most it was so stereotypical. It's a stereotypical gimmick, and I'm like, why is Sheamus literally looks like? We know he's Irish, but why do you got him dressed up like an Irishman from the pub, from the bar?
He looks like a typical drunk Irishman at the pub, like ready to fight. Like, come on, really? And for people to be like, oh, Vince McMahon isn't racist. Okay. Okay. You know what's funny? I saw something on YouTube the other day. What was the guy's name? I want to say his original name was like One Man Gang or something like that, and he was tag team partners with the Big Boss Man with Slick as their manager way back in the day, and all of a sudden he more or less played blackface minus the painted blackface, was in a dashiki calling himself Akeem.
Oh
tell me Vince McMahon isn't racist. I dare one of you to tell me Vince McMahon isn't racist. I saw that video, and like there was an interview. They were on Arsenio Hall too, interviewing about it too. And I'm just like, Vince McMahon is out of his damn mind. Like, why?
Oh no! What was another incredibly insane? No, this one. You remember? Yo, pop a 40 and check your rollies. It's crime time.
Crime time. You had you had Crime Time. You had those Lucha Libres. I forgot it was
the minis. The minis.
No, not the minis. It was. Oh my god, I can't remember. I can't remember their names. But they came out. They came out.
Super crazy. Psychosis and Hoovy.
Yes, they came to the rings in not John Deere's but Juan Deere's. What? And then all the time you had the one instance where DX legit played blackface on the Nation of Domination.
Yeah,
you go ahead and tell me if
Roddy Piper did that too.
Tell me WWE and Vince McMahon isn't racist.
Okay, John Jackson said Kayla Braxton was one of her family members to COVID, and people were people store teasing. Yeah, a lot of people were teasing her, and oh my god. First off, if you're teasing Kayla Braxton, I should beat the living shit out of you, because that is probably the most sweetest, loving person outside of WWE.
Deuce and Domino is another one. Deuce and Domino is another one.
I hated Deuce and Domino. The only thing that was great about them was Cherry. But I have to say something. Look, I wasn't born in the 50s. Hell, I wasn't even thought of. Wasn't even existing. But Cherry's boobs were way too big for the gimmick.
I gotta look that up now. I remember like vaguely though, but I'm gonna have to look it up again.
Ginormous. And I'm like, women in the 50s did not have big tits like that. Y'all need to stop. Here's another one. That was so racially insensitive. It's a hillbilly gimmick. Fucking Jamie Noble and Nydia. Okay, Nydia's Hispanic. Why are y'all playing her as a white trash person?
That was messed up.
Like, she is not white trash. At first, I thought when she was on, I'm like, she looks more Puerto Rican than anything.
And that's why she left the WWE.
Come to find out, years later, she was. I'm like, oh my god, they had a Puerto Rican play a white trash girl. Y'all couldn't find no white woman in wrestling, or better yet, y'all couldn't find an actor who can play a white trash. The Edge has wasn't insensitive. We're talking about insensitive gimmicks that made you say, "Oh, this is fucked up." What's another one? The Vikings, the not the War Raiders, the Vikings. What was it? I'm Robbie. What were they called? The Highlanders.
The Highlanders.
I'm like, what? Or hell, if you really want to go back, if you thought hip hop was crazy, you thought R-Truth and Road Dogg Get Rowdy was crazy. How about this? Y'all remember Viscera before he was King Mabel?
Mo and Mabel, Men on a Mission.
Yeah, Man on a Mission. Jesus Christ. I did not know Viscera could rap. It was terrible. He could rap.
I remember they had like a Royal Rumble music video or something. I remember that.
Jamar Game said Jesse and Festus. Biscuits and gravy.
That theme song was dope though.
And me a man.
And Luke Gallows as Festus. Oh my god. I wish that they rang the bell and he acted like that again.
God, who else? Eugene
was very, very messed up.
It was very messed up, but it got over.
That was that was something I could have saw Johnny Knoxville. That's something that's coming out of like a Johnny Knoxville production. They pull something like that and they got away with it. And now all of a sudden, see, all right. You know what? It's things like that. If you think about it, like they had a character like that years ago, and then all of a sudden, oh, we love the Special Olympics. We endorse the Special Olympics. Like, y'all thought it was funny to have a wrestler pretend to be handicapped and win matches.
Yeah, I remember this one too. Gail Kim called them out on their bullshit, and that's why she said she would never go back. What about the rip-off John Cena gimmick? What was his name? Slam Master J. Oh my God, no! You're talking about with Bo Buchanan's character. Oh my God, Bo Buchanan. That was another person that they fucked and mind raped. Look at him. This is Bo Buchanan's WWE career in a nutshell. A tag team partner for the Big Boss Man. Decided to stop being a cop and became a censor for the right to censor to rapper.
Right to censor.
You went from cop to censorer to rapper. That's just like, I mean, and I hate saying this dude's name because he's probably one of the biggest hypocrites ever. Val Venus. Like,
didn't he get castrated on live TV?
Yeah, castrated on live TV. I wish it was in real life. Fucking hey, Val. Why not let Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair be the main event of WrestleMania? That's a lot.
It could be. It could be.
It could be, but that would be asking a lot of Bianca. I mean, you have to have the story be big, and so far, I have this funny feeling they're gonna make them a tag team, and then Sasha's gonna turn heel, and then song and dance. Why not just do babyface versus babyface at this point? I mean, you kind of did it with AJ and Nakamura. You can do it with Bianca and Sasha. I think it's clearly obvious that Bianca is picking Sasha because as for Asuka, I'm gonna say this right now: Asuka better not lose that belt to Lacey.
You nasties.
I'm sorry, Lacey Evans. Look, I've said this so many times before in the past. Number one, I understand she served our country. Good for her. Good for you. I respect her for that. But her gimmick
is annoying.
Not even annoying. She has too much muscle for her gimmick. I want y'all to hear me on this one. What's her name? From AEW. The China-looking one. Jade Cargill. Okay? She has a six-pack. What's wrong with a woman with a six-pack? There's nothing wrong with it. But she's tall as hell. She wears heels and she's even taller. She's like could be the same height as Shaq. No. But my whole thing is this. You have a sassy belt. Oh, first off, I've said this so many times in the past. I hate Southern gimmicks. I really hate Southern gimmicks. I do. There's some that I like Brother Love. Brother Love was kind of hilarious. JBL, unfortunately, was entertaining, even though he was racist as hell in his, but it was entertaining. Lacey, I'm not saying that she's not entertaining, because the nasty parts kind of make me laugh, but she's too buff for her own gimmick. And the thing is, why don't you just drop the sassy Southern Belle gimmick completely and just do the 1950s army? Do that.
Like she should be a cast member on Chrisley Knows Best. She would fit in with that family just right.
It's like if I don't know if you all watch Disney films. I do from time to time. It's like if how do I explain this? It's like if Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap had a penis and literally had sex with Cruella DeVille and out came out Lacey Evans. That's what this is. It's like a fusion between Meredith Blake and Cruella DeVille. It's like they did the fusion. And out came Lacey Evans.
I can't with you.
That's I'm not trying to be mean, not to Elaine Hendricks. I'm not trying to be mean to her because I think she's a wonderful actress. Which movie? The Parent Trap from the 1998, the remake. Watch that movie if you got Disney Plus. If you ain't got nothing to do.
The Lindsay Lohan vehicle.
Yeah, the Lindsay Lohan movie. Now think of I'm gonna give you all a homework assignment. Well, not Hammer, because he's seen these movies. But y'all in the chat, just watch The Parent Trap. Watch every scene of Meredith Blake, and then watch the 1996 101 Dalmatian movie. Watch every Cruella scene, and tell me that if they were fused together, that's Lacey Evans' gimmick in a nutshell. It really is. It's just, it don't fit her. And also, you having this kind of, oh God, sexual relationship with Ric Flair. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if Ric Flair, God damn it. I would not be surprised if Ric Flair, in the start of this storyline, literally asks Lacey to marry him. And then that's also gonna bring back another storyline that was so uncomfortable as a kid. It was Dawn Marie and Tori Wilson. Do y'all remember that storyline?
Oh, Tori.
God, Tori Wilson's own father was having a sexual relationship with Dawn Marie. First off, how? Second, how? Third, ew. I guess the only thing that was great about it was the freaking hot lesbian action between her and Tori Wilson.
HLA.
That was, remember I think y'all remember that era was something. It was something. I mean, but I don't know. Out of all the things we see in WWE, I think nothing can ever top Triple H having sex with a dead corpse on freaking live TV. That one is number one. Like that as a kid, I didn't understand what was going on. My dad comes in and he saw it. He was like, "What the hell?" He said, "What the hell?
The hell are you watching?"
He didn't even say what the hell I'm watching. He said, "Wow, I didn't know they would go that far." I'm like, what's going on? Until my dad had to explain to me. Hey, I still didn't understand. But then, years later, I was like, oh, this is fucked up. What is up, Jay the Goat?
What up, Jay?
Jaden.
No, I missed the bra and panty matches were epic. They're never bringing that back, though.
But they're never bringing that back. The way how women's wrestling has evolved, that's not it. No. I think it's safe to say that, if you want to watch stuff like that, there's the WWE Network. That's all I got to say. Vince will never bring back swimsuit contest, bikini contest. He will not bring back pudding matches, eggnog matches, mud matches. He's not bringing those back.
And that's the WWE Network for just $9.99 a month.
Personally, I think out of all the Diva matches that I've seen when they're in substances would have to be possibly maybe Melina versus can't think of her name, Candice Michelle, and at what was it? The pudding match. That was
I miss Candice Michelle. That was one of my.
That was the funniest gimmick match I think I've ever seen. It looked like Melina was dying in that. She didn't even want to be a part of it, but you could tell the way how she dressed. She didn't want to be a part of it. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, Melina. Hell, you almost choked and couldn't even breathe because you got pudding up your nose.
On the pudding. The pudding pops.
God. Like who else is in the Starbucks? Bill Cosby.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen a mud match. Oh God, the Vicky Guerrero one. That was the last one. That was the
Vicky and Stephanie.
Vicky and Stephanie. Okay, I was thinking of the hog pin match. That was Jesus Christ. WWE back in the day, y'all thought what they were doing to women was degrading back. God, like women wrestling has literally come a long way.
Absolutely has.
You got from Trish Stratus to Victoria, Mickie James, Layla, Michelle McCool, and now
Vicky's not gone. Vicky's in AEW and Nyla Rose now.
Yeah, she's with AEW now.
Yeah, she's with Nyla Rose.
Yep, and Jade Cargill. Jesus Christ. And her daughter's in AEW. So, yeah, I mean, Vicky's not gone, but she's not let's say this. She's not as bad as WWE made her back then. She's not as bad in AEW like they did in WWE. 2010 to 2013, the best storylines, the best arenas, and the best matches. Highly debatable. Highly debatable. I still say probably the year. Oh God. I say 2001 was the year. With WWE, my opinion. Lacey Evans, Ric Flair, and you know how Ric Flair likes his women. Jesus Christ.
God.
God. Y'all gonna pick up hammer throw up on live feeds. We don't need him throwing up. This is a lot of expensive equipment. I mean, the whole Charlotte Lacey Evans thing, nothing against Charlotte as much as I don't hate Charlotte. And I don't want D to get on my head saying, no, I don't hate Charlotte. I just hate the idea that WWE does not want to push nobody else if one of the 4 horsewomen is injured. I mean, for God's sakes, you have I gotta remind you, she beat 3 out of the 4 horsewomen. 3. She's a pushable. Asuka, pushable. Well, Asuka's already put the fucking moon. Who else is a put? Ruby Riott could be pushable. Liv Morgan could be pushable.
Liv Morgan.
For God's sakes, Naomi is pushable. I mean, yeah, Naomi had her SmackDown title. But I like Naomi. I liked it. I love Naomi. I love how they changed her character from. Because personally, let's be real. Her as a heel was terrible. She was a terrible heel. I could not. As a heel, I wouldn't say she was bad. In the ring, she wasn't, but as a heel, she was bad.
I feel like her gimmick hasn't changed at all. You went from being a little backup dancer as a Funkadactyl, and now you're still doing dances coming out in glow in the dark shit. Like, really? I
mean, like Rave. Let's be real. Rave is like one of the biggest things now out of the blue. First off, raves have been around since the 90s. Rave ain't going nowhere, but now apparently is more popular because of more upbeat music. Anyway, let me read more of that. She wasn't a bad. Yeah, I mean, to me, she was bad because the only thing that kind of made it better for her that she had Tamina and Sasha. They kind of carried Team Bad.
Yeah.
Like
God.
Now that I did like. It was Team PCB, Team. Oh God! Out of all the teams I hated at that era, I hated Team Bella. I hated Nikki, and I didn't hate Alicia Fox, but until she wanted to beat the living shit out of me in a drunken rage. But yeah, I did not like the Bellas. I mean, I kind of prefer Brie over Nikki anyway. So that's just.
Oh no. We all know why.
Because Cena bought that. Anyway, let me read this comment and then we'll
Thank you, John.
How do you feel about Lars Sullivan getting released? I'm happy. Fucking hypocrite. He should have been fired. Lars Sullivan was the biggest hypocrite. Probably the biggest, if not the biggest hypocrite ever. First off, you said something racial about Mexicans. Then you said something racial about black folks. Then you said something racial about gay people. And then comes to find out, bro, you were so a bitch of a hypocrite. You did gay porn before you even got into wrestling. So, oh my God, the biggest hypocrite. Then you come back. Everybody was all happy. I was like, really? Y'all brought the racist back? You brought the racial hypocrite back. Then you got fired. Personally, it's called karma. Fuck you, Lars Sullivan. Hey, what goes around comes back around. Fuck you, dude. Yes. You can go to hell for all like. Well, no. I'm not that person. I'm not gonna. No. But let me say this. I don't care what type of insanity you took, what type of program you took. you're gonna have to pray to the Almighty for forgiveness, bruh. That's all I got to say. But there'll be another company that's gonna be that desperate to get him. Personally, I think the company that might do it might be MLW, or it could be Ring of Honor. One of those two will get him. AJ Lee over anyone. AJ Lee was incredible. AJ Lee was a game changer for that.
If she wasn't with CM Punk, she'd be back in WWE already. You could bank on that.
WWE 13 is better than WWE 2K20 in my opinion. The Sixers lost to the
absolutely. WWE 2K20 was god awful with all the glitches and stuff. Like I have it, and I had to stop playing it. I went back to playing 19 because it was so damn glitchy.
Glitch as much, unfortunately. I think mine's got all the fixed patches, but AJ Lee and Paige's robbery. AJ Lee and Paige was great. It was great. Personally, I think, and a lot of people say when is Paige coming back? I think Paige. I think she's done.
She's not. No. We had this conversation a few weeks ago. She is not coming back to WWE because their doctors are a bunch of jackasses, and this is all comes down to Vince McMahon as well. They're saying that she's not cleared to wrestle again. Guess what? I guarantee you, once her contract expires, AEW will be reaching out to her, and she'll be able to wrestle again. Mark my words on that.
If that happens, Jesus Christ, then that makes Vince into a mess. But speaking of Paige, and I don't want to get into Paige's personal biz, but you guys know how the MalcGoolie show is. Paige, I have friends outside of YouTube, like Hammer, that give me the rundown on people, on wrestlers. Paige, love her as a human being. I'm happy she got her life around, because let's be real, Alberto Del Rio, or Al Patron, which he had Patron, is in jail, could be probably facing life for trying to take an infant soul, or literally trying to take an infant, killing it on the middle of a fucking highway. I'm just happy she turned her life around, got everything good, with only one problem. And we got kids here, I'm sorry. Apparently, it's come to my attention that a lot of people are a little bit pissed off with Paige because of her boyfriend. Apparently, her boyfriend is a racist. And Paige doesn't really, address it or anything like this. This is how I feel about Paige. And as a human being, I love Paige. I think she's really sweet outside when she's not having the camera. She's really a sweet person. It's just Paige is like what, my age, 27 or 28?
Something like that.
Paige basically, oh God. Kids, I'm gonna say this. Paige is one of those women who, let's be real, she could leave that dude. She really could, but she's afraid of losing the dick. Paige is sex craze. She likes good sex.
We clearly saw that with Xavier Woods. Oops.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's she doesn't want to stay away from the dick, and apparently, look, I said this to one of my friends. Dick ain't everything. For what's all my friends like this. If you're in an abusive relationship and you don't want to leave because the sex is good, you need to look in yourself in the mirror and say, look, the sex ain't everything. The toxicness isn't everything. I'm pretty sure Hammer, D, Key, Jake, David, EJ, and myself, we see something toxic, we don't give a damn. If something's toxic, we're leaving it. I don't know what happened to Daniel Sanders, but yeah, we're leaving it. But Paige, I love Paige. She's doing her own thing in Twitch, and she got pissed off. She almost literally cried because remember, Vince doesn't want any of his employees to use Twitch. That's why,
or Cameo or any third party.
So stupid. This company, like I said so many times before, the day that Vince McMahon steps down, or in John Moxley's words, we all know Vince is going to go in that chair.
I wonder if Bruce Buffer is. I wonder if Bruce Buffer is on Cameo, because I would love for him to do my ring entrance. My cage entrance. That would be dope. I'll turn that into a voicemail real quick.
We got a question from Melissa Stansberry. What is your thoughts on Seth Rollins? His return, and Hammer basically burned it. Okay. When you Melissa Stansberry, you mean his return or as him as a wrestler? Period. Because as a wrestler, I love him. I love him as a wrestler. Now, let's be real. I loved when he broke up from the Shield, even though I was there when the Shield broke up. The whole, authority angle. What was he called? The Architect?
Yep.
The Architect. Loved the gimmick. Loved it. Freaking A. Loved it. Even though he literally cheated to keep that WWE title, like people are complaining that Roman Reigns is doing. He's a heel. He's doing his goddamn job.
Sounds like Darian.
God.
Oops.
Dude, I think it's to the point. Hammer, let's be real. We will never let D see the light when it comes to Roman Reigns. We'll not. Like it won't. We love you, D, but it's true. It's freaking true. Seth Rollins' return. According to Hammer, he didn't like it. I'm happy.
I don't like the gimmick. Again, like you said, you like him as a wrestler, as do I. I don't like this gimmick. It's the same recycle crap he did the last time, and that's what pissed me off. He came out to burn it down last night, and I got excited. I got very excited. Then all of a sudden, SmackDown needs a leader, and I'm that leader, and embrace my vision. Like, no, we don't want that again.
Like, we want you to become back babyface. But here's the thing, though. It's like to the point, like how his Universal Championship. Let's be real. When Rollins win babyface, beating Triple H, winning the Intercontinental Championship, winning the Royal Rumble, and his, Universal title reign, which a lot of people thought was stale, but no, it was not stale at all. Seth Rollins is a really great wrestler. Now, the gimmicks that you put him in are good, too. I mean, the Architect, good. The, the Kingslayer, awesome. The Beast Slayer, awesome. The Monday Night Messiah at first, I liked it. I really did. I liked it. But I kind of think, personally, to me, Seth Rollins' heel turn kind of ran its course with his feud with Rey Mysterio. I think, for God's sakes, what more can you milk out of being a heel? For God's sake, he poked his eye out on live TV. For God's sakes, he threw up. For God's sakes, he beat the hell out of Dominic with that kendo stick, and probably the most brutalist initiation I ever seen in WWE.
He got me, that gimmick. He actually got me to say "for the greater good" at one point, and I'm like, "What the hell is wrong with me?"
Yeah, right. You're good. Like I literally thought, let him come back as a babyface, but no, you made him go back as a heel. And let's be real. I think there's only one way. There's only one way. If you guys still feel that Seth Rollins has some more juice in the tank when it comes to this gimmick that he's in, there's one match he can do, and it's the match that we technically never really had. Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan. That's your Mania match. Let's be honest. That's your Mania match.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It should be, personally, Rollins' last time being a heel, and it should be Daniel Bryan's, maybe, I hate to say this, but his final match, because his career is winding down. He said it himself. He's retiring this year.
Yep.
He's going to be part-timing. And I think, he's gonna be part-timing. He's gonna be an executive writer for SmackDown, which he said
Carlito Carlito is actually, so the night after the Rumble, he was auditioning. I know we had a match with Jeff Hardy, but he was actually auditioning to be a new producer for WWE. So I don't know if we're going to see him quite often wrestling.
We're not going to see.
But
Carlito.
But at the same time, that was also what the plan was supposed to be for MVP, and now you see what he's doing with the Hurt Business. So I don't know. The only thing that bothers me about Carlito's return is he did not spit an apple at anybody.
Oh, apparently, there's been rumor why he didn't do it.
Why?
Thanks
I
to
want to
the
hear this.
pandemic. Thanks to the pandemic, he cannot.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I guess I can be okay with that for now. When this pandemic's
I'm a little,
over, if he's still around, I would like to see him spit an apple.
oh my god. So yeah, that's the reason, guys. So I know a lot of people are kind of pissed. A lot of you say, "Why is he not spitting the apple? Why is he not spitting the apple? Coronavirus."
That had me. It had. I was like, he came out and he didn't have the apple. I was like, why?
Like
But
it's
it makes sense. That makes sense.
the
I get it
coronavirus.
now.
It makes sense why he's not doing it. So
Because God forbid he had it and he spit that apple at somebody and they got it. That would all hell would break
God,
loose.
out of all the people who he spit the apple at, I think probably the funny oh my god, I keep trying to think.
Spit in the face. People who don't want to be cool.
You know what cool is?
Carlito.
He had the apple in his
No,
hand.
he
Yeah,
did.
He had the apple in his hand,
He did,
but
he didn't even take a bite of it or anything.
he won't take a bite of it because he can't spit at people. Damn it. I think out of all the people that Carlito spit the apple at, I think the funniest one has to be when he spit the apple at the Sandman. And then the Sandman looked at him, took a sip of beer, and spit beer in the eyes of the Sandman. That was cool. Dude, eye for an eye, or beer for an apple, or apple for a beer. Shoot. Love Roman Reigns heel more than Seth. I love Roman as a heel. I love it too.
Yes, definitely.
Interview Seth Rollins better babyface. He should be a better face. He should be babyface. I do agree. Also Diego said also AEW update. Kenta joined Omega and Sammy Guevara turned face. I'm happy that Sammy did turn face. We kind of figured that was going to happen. He was done. I did see a little bit of that. Personally, I'm not going to lie. As much as I love MJF, he did not need to be a part of the Inner Circle. I think the Inner Circle.
I hate that kid. And he's from Long Island. If I ever see that kid out in the streets, and I hope you're watching. If I catch you in the streets, I'm gonna beat your ass myself.
Oh, I love MJF.
Can't stand that kid.
MJF is a great heel, personally to me, and in my opinion. I know a lot of people hate this, but personally, nothing against Kenny Omega. But MJF should have been the one to take the belt off of Jon Moxley.
MJF is a poor man's Triple H.
No. I disagree. He's a better version of the John Bradshaw Layfield character. A way better version.
Why? Because he's from Long Island? Like, come on.
No, it's the fact that I don't know. It's just like something about, I followed that kid all the way through Combat Zone. And holy crap, his Combat Zone wrestling, the years he was there, he was the most hated person in the Combat Zone. He was the most hated. I think his best feud in there was when he faced goddamn Joey Janela for the CZW Wire title. And
Joey Janela just lost to Darby over on Dynamite the other night.
Yeah, and I love Joey Janela, but personally to me, I love Joey Janela. I really do. I just don't understand why he's in the tag team with Sonny Kiss. Nothing against Sonny Kiss, but
let me hear somebody in here say they got a thing for Sonny Kiss, and I'm just gonna laugh at you.
Look, I like Sonny Kiss, but I like him as a wrestler. I love the story that he came back from, and I do love the fact that he is kind of game changing a little bit.
So is Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose won the title. So is Nyla Rose, and she won a title.
Nyla Rose too. Yep, and Nyla Rose too. Hey, Nyla Rose, damn, trans?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, I mean,
and I when I first started watching AEW, and I read up on her and everything, it was like, okay, like more or less of a change in professional wrestling, which I commend and I respect very much. She won the title. I was for it, and I you know what, I still am. I feel I haven't seen her that much lately. I think she's been here and there on Dark, but I haven't seen her that much lately. But it's a good in-ring performer.
Yeah, good, really great performer. Same goes for Sunny Kiss. Same goes for now the following people I do want AEW to start pushing, and they did so far. Or Cassidy. I love that kid. That a lot of people do not understand the gimmick. You have to watch anime to understand it.
I was gonna say he looks like Macklemore's little brother.
Dude, I love the fact when he puts his hands in his pocket and does the, the laziest thing. Like,
And then does the little kicks and then the little shin kicks. That shit is funny as hell. That always
for
makes me
God's
laugh when I
sake,
watch that.
God's sakes, personally, to me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen. Do it. Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy for the TNT World Title. And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm so proud of you, TNT. I'm so proud of you, AEW. No, don't get on your high horse. I'm not a mark for AEW. I'm proud of what you did with that god-awful 2.0 of the Raw Tag Team title looking belt. That first, let's be real, that TNT belt, when it first came out, it did not look finished, and it looked like the Raw Tag Team title. At me if I'm wrong on that.
That title was ugly as hell.
They redo the belt, and the belt looks different. It looks more like a world title.
No, I definitely didn't like the title when it first came out.
I still say, and I go by this, and I will be reading all the comments here in a second. I'm going to start where Prince Sean had where Prince Sean's question. So hold off on the comments. There's only one title now that needs to be fixed, and that's the AEW Women's title. It looks like a fucking handbag. When Nyla Rose won that thing, I was like, oh my God, this is like a toy on her.
Yep.
Y'all can't expand the belt, make it a little bit bigger. It looks like a Louis Vuitton bag. It looks like a purse. It's like if you could put a puppy in a purse. And good God, Jesus, why is the belt small? Like, I know there are some women in AEW that got small waists, which is fine, but that does not mean make the belt like a miniature kid's toy. Hell no, change that belt, please. Pretty please. Because good God, it looks bad. When Nyla Rose won that shit, I was like, oh my God, that belt looks like a kid's toy. I was like, oh my God, it looks like a fucking kid's toy. What is this? And then I love how the Young Bucks went so hypocritical talking about the 24/7 title. The 24/7 title, it may look horrible, it may look ugly, but it looks like a fucking belt. It looks like a belt I would carry around. The AEW Women's title looks like a toy. It's like if my little niece is playing with it. It's a toy. It's a freaking toy, people. It's a fucking toy. Change it. Please change it. And also, please start pushing more of the younger talent. You have with Darby Allin. Congrats. You did it with Orange Cassidy. Now it's time for Joey Janela to get his shake. To me, he deserves his take.
I hate him.
Joey Janela deserves his take. I would not be surprised if Leo Rush comes to AEW now, because apparently we're going to talk about Leo Rush here in a second, but let me get to these comments because we are far behind. I know we are talking about NXT Vintage. We'll go through our picks later on, but anyway. What about Matt Striker? Matt Striker's okay as a commentator. I don't know why. I mean, he's okay. Matt Striker was he was okay as a wrestler. He sucked, but as a commentator, okay. I wouldn't say he sucked. It's just I didn't like the gimmick of him being a teacher. I mean, they had him be himself because he was a teacher, but good God, no. Anyway, and plus he was on ECW. Jesus Christ, a teacher in ECW? No. They were trying too hard to make him into Steve Corino. So no. Steve Corino was once in a lifetime talent. Anyway, man, that theme is stuck in my head because all the week I played of the Rumble. Epico, Primo, and Carlito, maybe when the pandemic is over. And I'm still shocked that Primo and Epico are still in WWE. I thought they would have been left, but they're still there. They're only there for job purposes. Imagine Primo and Epico and Carlito versus Jay Roman. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen. As much as I would like to see that, but it ain't gonna happen.
Puerto Rican dynasty versus Samoan dynasty. We know how that's gonna end.
Like Kenny Omega has a group of the Good Brothers and the Bucks and Kenta. Look, I don't mind having the Bullet Club 2.0, but that's what this is. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay White is there because ain't he the leader of the Bullet Club now?
I'm not even sure.
Because the Bullet Club to me has literally now updated its welcome. I think it died out when Cody left, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's time for y'all to move on. But not a lot of people watch New Japan, so anyway, like Kenny Omega had. Okay, I read that. Joey had a match with Darby Allin. Okay. John L. Jackson said, "Do you think people are going to be upset when they see Velveteen?" No. He was found innocent in all charges, and of course, there's going to be the smarks that are going to hate him. But no, I love Velveteen Dream, and he was innocent. In WWE, there was no evidence of what he did. We fans need to let it go, but the smarks aren't going to let it go because smarks rather fucking masturbate in their mom's basement instead of getting a real job. So, yeah,
that's not an insult. That's not an insult, folks. That's just a fact.
It's not an insult. It's actually true, and that's why I told you guys so many times I don't cater to smarks. Granted, we have smark moments. Darian has his smark moments. A lot of them. A lot of them, but he's not a smark. He's not. He has moments when it comes to Roman Reigns. As we all know, I have my moments with Charlotte. Hammer has his moments. David has his moments. He has moments. We're not perfect. Even Jake has his moments. But I have not seen Jake be smarky. Yes, Jake is more of the professional ESPN businessman than we all give him credit for.
Jake is the shit. Jake is the shit.
Jake is literally the shit. Shout outs to Jake. Best friends. Let me see this. AEW is making a FUD of what? I'm gonna say fake IWPC title on the show. Oh, because apparently now they're doing their thing with AEW. They're doing their thing with AEW. I mean, oh god, New Japan's doing their thing. So yeah, title show Mox and Kenta. Yeah, I think Moxley is the U.S. champion in New Japan. So let it go. Joey had a banger versus Darby on Dean.
It was a really good match. It was.
They're both competent in the ring. They really are.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to me, Burger King. Hashtag lit show tonight. Yeah, this is a lit show. Ed Balls. Okay, that's funny. Oh, you need to live Balls Ed. Anyway, I wish they got rid of the custom belts. Okay. Problem, Seth Rollins doesn't have an identity. Who's Seth Rollins? Blame the writers, don't blame him. I like the Acclaim Max Caster and Anthony Bows, Mac reps, and Anthony does the work. It's so good. What if ROH collab with EW? Jesus Christ. So now that's 3 separate brands. New Japan, Impact is already doing their thing with them, and now Ring of Honor. WWE is supposed to be doing cross promotions for because Triple H said he's all down for cross promotion. But if I was WWE right now, before AEW gets a piece, your best bet is you better get after Ring of Honor as soon as possible. Because if AEW gets it, Jesus Christ. Or better yet, knowing WWE, they like to, if knowing them, they would probably make the following cross promotions. Number one, they already got Evolve. They already have Evolve. They bought Evolve. So yeah, Evolve is gonna be rebranded. It's gonna be like another NXT. It's gonna be another developmental thing. So I'm happy they got Evolve. The other one that I think WWE should focus on getting a cross promotion with, and this will really help them to find more luchador wrestlers in the WWE. Why not AAA?
Yeah.
AAA
You see what they're doing now for the Hispanic demographic. Now they have Bad Bunny in the WWE.
Yeah, they got Bad Bunny in the WB, and
Bad
apparently we're
Bunny,
about to
bad.
Bow Wow now.
They
Remember when
better not.
NXT?
They better not.
If they make Evolve into a reality show, I'm gonna go off. I mean, you got people from Evolve that are now in NXT and hell on the main roster. Akira Tozawa, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, Isaiah Scott. They all came from Evolve. So, why not let Evolve be just like the fourth brand for NXT? Why not? Shoot, that could counteract your AEW Dark thing that you could get on Tuesdays. AAA, I would love for WB to literally. I think Andrade is taking time off. He's, I think, literally taking time off until they literally,
What's the wedding planning?
probably wedding planning.
We know who wears
He
the pants
did
in that
engage.
family.
He did get engaged to Charlotte. So the matches for Revolution: MJF and Jericho versus the Bucks. Kenta versus Moxley, Darby versus Cage or Stark, Sting versus Taz.
Taz is not wrestling again. Stop
Taz
it.
is not wrestling. Kenny versus Lance Archer? Okay, so I'm confused. Is Kenny Omega a heel or is he a face?
Kenny Omega's a heel right now, bro.
I was about to say, because, isn't Lance Archer a freaking heel?
Lance Archer teamed up with Moxley the other night, so it's hard to decipher what his position is right now, but I have a feeling he's still a heel. I think he's still heel.
Imagine a Survivor Series between Evolve, NXT, SmackDown, and Raw when the pandemic. Jesus Christ, that would be crazy as hell. That'd be amazing as hell. Now, what's another? I did say AAA. So Archer's the face. Okay, thank y'all. Because guys, remember.
Wait. Now Archer is in fact the face now? That's crazy.
Even though the last time I saw Archer, he literally picked a dude by the size of his foot, picked that dude up and tossed him onto the ceiling, and it broke the freaking ceiling. I'm like, that's a straight out heel, but Lance Archer's not beating Kenny.
No.
Yeah, ratings through the roof. I'm talking about 5 stars. Another cross promotion WB can do. I mean, they already bought Evolve. Why not buy this company too? Why not buy Combat Zone? CZW. Even though I know for a fact DJ Hyde is not going to sell his share to Triple H. He won't do it. But at the same time, you're hemorrhaging money right now. The company's losing money. You guys can easily open up the Flyer Skate Zone in Voorhees, New Jersey, but refuse to. You're getting into a fight with a distribution about your DVD sale. Yeah, CCW could be in trouble. And if they close their doors, that's a big slap in the face. You guys got to remember, Combat Zone Wrestling came around in 99. So, yeah, no, for a 20-plus year company, and no, Combat Zone is not TV 14. No, it is not. That is the definition of violence porn, because that's what Combat Zone Wrestling is. I mean, yeah, around 2010 and 2011, they kind of distanced themselves a little bit from the hardcore style, but extreme deathmatch style. But if you look at them now, it's more lucha libre, showman, king, hard style, and kind of hardcore. But yeah, then you got freelance. WB can do a thing with freelance, because freelance is killing themselves right now. I don't know if they're willing to literally bring superstars all the way to Chicago, Illinois, but that's one of them. If they got if they did get CCW would be just like the ECW version. It'd be watered down. Be way watered down. I'm not. It'd be watered down. I meant if WWE got CCW. Okay. Are you all excited for Elimination Chamber? Unfortunately, no.
No,
Uh,
I wish WrestleMania was here now because I feel like these next build-ups are not going to be worth watching at all.
I mean, I'm not
Because
gonna say Elimination Chamber.
we kind of all know how this is going to end up for WrestleMania, anyways. So yeah,
Like, Elimination Chamber, I'm not angry with it. I'm not mad at it. I just think it's funny that Roman Reigns is not defending his WWE title, but Drew McIntyre does, which is kind of funny to me. But I will say this: it's really kind of hard to tell. But if they do Kevin Owens versus Roman again, which is, I mean, they can fight forever. I don't give a damn. But personally, I think it's time for. I think it's either going to be Daniel Bryan's winning that for the SmackDown. We all know Drew is retaining. Shit.
Sorry.
Like, oh my god, you don't know Rocky? The theme that goes.
I actually had to use that when I ran up the stairs in Philly.
What if Roman interferes in the WWE title chamber and screws Drew? Jesus Christ.
So there's a main event match right now for Monday night that's set for a gauntlet for the participants involved in the Elimination Chamber for Raw, and whoever wins is going to get the last entrant into the Elimination Chamber. So who do you think is going to win that match on Monday night?
Well, it's not going to be Keith Lee or it's not going to be Matt Riddle. Do you have the participants in it?
Give me 1 sec. Let me pull it up. I was just reading about this morning, and I was just like, this is insane. I got to see if I can find it, because I think it was like an article that popped up on my phone. But I'm going to see if I can find it on here. I know it's like AJ Styles. McIntyre is actually in it as well. AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. I don't remember Keith Lee's name being mentioned in this, so I can't remember who else it was. But I know those are some of the participants. I'm gonna have to like dig deep to find it because I saw this. It was an article that popped up. I thought eWrestling News would have had it, but they don't. I'm gonna have to look that up in a minute on my phone.
You said whoever wins it will
whoever wins the gauntlet is going to be the last entrant in the Elimination Chamber.
Well, if I'm a betting man, Sheamus will win that.
Think so?
Why not have Sheamus? I mean, it will fuel the story. I mean, it will still bring more, fuel to the story. Personally, to me, my opinion, the first person who should be in the chamber, the first two actually, should be Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy. I mean, Drew and Jeff will literally kill it for about like good 2 or 5 minutes, however the timer goes. Then AJ comes out. Then Miz comes out. I say the first person that needs to get eliminated obviously will be Jeff. Second, maybe Miz.
The Miz is in the match as well. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, Miz should be in there. Miz should be the second person eliminated. Third elimination should be God. Damn. Hold on, let me look on my phone real quick. I'm sorry, guys. We're unprofessional today, but it's live. You'll love us. We love you. God, Elimination Chamber. And we also had this question too. Should they replace Elimination Chamber and just replace the name of the match to goddamn No Way Out or something different like Judgment Day? Randy Orton. Okay. Randy Orton. Randy should be eliminated only if the Fiend comes. That is where Randy should be eliminated. Okay, that would make sense. So your final two should be Sheamus and Drew. Drew went through so much hell. AJ Styles should be the fourth person eliminated. And then you're down to two, Sheamus and Drew. Like you have Drew literally toying with not Drew. You have Sheamus totally literally toying with Drew, literally toying with him, and then like out of nowhere, then a bro kick, or bro, not bro kick. What's it called? McIntyre's Claymore, the Claymore kick. So having the Claymore kick, 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre wins. And I know a lot of people are going to hate this because, except for maybe Prince, as soon as like the match is over, Sheamus is like starting to get to. You just realize that he not even been in the match for like at least like maybe like what 3 minutes. He bro kicks the crap out of Drew McIntyre, beats the living hell out of him, like throw him to plexiglass chamber, all of that. And I think this would be the time that Drew McIntyre does bleed a little bit. Drew hits Sheamus hits not 1, not 2, but 3 bro kicks onto Drew McIntyre. And then we hear this. Awesome! Miz cashes in. Miz cashes in on Drew. Miz becomes WWE champion at Elimination Chamber. And then we get the triple threat match between The Miz, Sheamus, and Drew, where Drew will probably get his belt back at Mania. That's what should happen to me, as much as I don't want Miz to be WWE champion at all. But it would literally kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It would. It would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Guys in the comments, what you guys think about that? Because Hammer, what you think? Because I think that should happen at Elimination Chamber.
It could happen, but I really don't want to see Miz as a champion.
I don't want to see Miz.
I don't even care if it's champion for 30 seconds. I do not want to see him as WWE champion right now. Sorry.
Especially going into WrestleMania. Yeah.
We had this conversation during one of your lives a while back in regards to
you already know the only person that'd be happy with it is Darian.
Yeah, we had the conversation in regards to the Miz on what his rightful place is when it comes to being a WWE superstar, and it's the Intercontinental title. Him and Chris Jericho made the Intercontinental title relevant when they had their title reigns. So I think it's best for him to be an Intercontinental champion again. I know Big E has it on SmackDown right now, but I don't know. I feel Big E deserves a bigger push. And he'll eventually get it. I'm not saying it's going to happen right this second, but I think he'll eventually get it.
Okay, so Prince Sean agrees with it. Stansbury says Seth Rollins' return was overwhelming. It was. The way how Hammer's explaining it, I don't even want to see it. Sasha Banks defend her title Elimination Chamber. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. Don't do it. Just do this if you ain't got nothing better to do. Do this one. Do Sasha and Bianca versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Baszler.
Blazer. I'm sorry. I can never
you sound like the dude from
Blazer.
From Dodgeball. They got razor, laser, taser, they got all type of asers.
Speaking of also in this Elimination Chamber card, Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee and Riddle.
Lose the title already. Take that belt off of Bobby Lashley already. I'm sick of him.
Lashley needs to lose the title. I'm sorry. I think this is the first time in a minute that Lashley has defended that belt. I think it's time that he loses it. Personally, it should be to Matt Riddle, but personally, I think Keith Lee would be the... Okay, let me say this. Keith Lee and Riddle would be great. Better than Bobby Lashley to me. I just think it's kind of funny that they put Keith Lee, they put him in this storyline, even though he has nothing to do with this. I think he needs to be in the WWE Championship storyline because he was the one that said that Sheamus would show his true colors. I don't know why they are putting him in this U.S. title feud. Give it to Lee or give it to Riddle. Doesn't matter to me.
Give it to Lee.
Now, the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Universal Champion. Get this. Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, and Sami Zayn. The winner will face the Roman Reigns later on for the Okay, your
But
best bet
again,
is either
you know it's a setup. That's what I'm saying. You know who is going to face Reigns at WrestleMania. So
it's
it's
Kevin
like,
Owens. It's Owens.
no, at WrestleMania? No, at
Oh,
WrestleMania,
Edge,
it's
Edge.
Edge. So
Oh
Owens
yeah,
is
yeah.
probably going to win this match. And then we're going to
And then he's
see
gonna get
Reigns beat him
Jimmy.
again.
We're gonna see Jimmy return. He returns here in this pay-per-view.
Think so?
Yeah, I think Jimmy comes back. I mean, hell, his ACL looks good to me. His leg looks good. His knee looks good to me. I mean, why not? Then you got Oscar versus Lacey Evans. Jesus Christ, Lacey Evans better not win that Raw Women's title. Because if I swear to you, if it's Lacey versus Charlotte, that's going to be my only piss break match.
Facts.
And it's not. It's a piss break match. We all know. And I don't like to be that guy. I'm not saying that. Like I said earlier about Lacey Evans, and here's the thing, Lacey and Charlotte's feud, I don't like because it reminds me of something from the past. It's like it's going to be a mother versus stepmom match for the Raw Women's title.
It's the WWE. Are you surprised? They recycle everything over and over and over again. And like, we're lifelong wrestling fans, but we still sit there and deal with the shit. Like, it's annoying. Vince McMahon needs to stop. I've seen people on TikTok like make fun of. I've seen people make fun of him. Like, that's good shit. Like, and he thinks everything. He thinks every idea of his is good shit, and in reality, it's not.
It's not. It's not, dude. Vince,
dumpster juice.
No, it's booty juice.
Like,
it makes sure your throat is loose.
Look.
But anyway, we're about to hit that time. It's almost about that time. I gotta finish updating this goddamn roster for this video game so we can have ACW back. So, with that being said, if you missed this stream, shame on you. Okay, no, we're not shaming you. Or are we? No, we're not shaming you. Or maybe not. Just messing with you. Or are we? No. All right. Well, I failed at that Family Guy joke. Anyway, these were our picks. Me and Hammer picked Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart to win the Women's Dusty Road Classic Finals. We picked MSK to win the Men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final. We picked, this is only one match. Me and Hammer did had different picks and opinions. I had Kushida. He had Johnny Gargano. And then for the triple threat match for the NXT Women's title, we got Io Shirai winning. We don't see Io losing that belt. And we picked Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight title. And thank you, Jamara Games. Yes, congratulations to Leo Rush. He is the AAA Cruiserweight champion, not the world champion, because he would have beaten the world champion in Lucha in AAA right now is Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is not only the... Actually, to be honest, Kenny Omega has held that belt. Let me look at this. I think Kenny Omega has held that belt for almost 2 years. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Kenny Omega. I'm pretty sure. Oh, God. Tama Tonga cost Kenny Omega Spotlight Whore. Oh, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Gorillas of Destiny in AEW. Here we go. Let me look at the championship so far. Yep, he is AEW champion. I'm looking at AAA, so guys, give me a second. I know he's the AAA World Heavyweight Champion. I do know that. Feud of the Year, no. Hold on, let me look. Hold on, guys, I'm sorry. AAA Wrestling. It almost said Triple H Wrestling. I was about to literally scream at my fucking phone. It clearly said, all right. Yep. Kenny Omega is the Triple Mega Champion. This is his first reign as the belt. Oh my Jesus. He has hold that belt. He has hold that belt for 483 days plus. Jesus. been a year and some months. It's about to be 2 years. They're gonna, yeah. Lio Rush is the AAA World Cruiserweight Champion. He's the World Cruiserweight. He's not World Heavyweight Champion. So yeah, and the funny thing is about Lio Rush, he's holding 2 belts in 2 different companies right now. Not only holding the AAA Cruiserweight title, but he's also holding the MLW Middleweight Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to say this. Lio Rush, love him. I've always been a fan of Lio Rush. I know a lot of people, I don't know how you guys feel about Lio, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's a AAA champion. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to AEW and became the TNT champion. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen a wrestler hold multiple championships. Does anybody remember Ultimo Dragon? Remember, he hold what? 9 different titles in WCW. He hold what? The Japan, all those type of championships while he was in WCW. So we haven't seen that. Or shoot, remember Yoshitatsu? Remember he won every single championship from Noah to New Japan and all that too. So it's not the first time we have seen a superstar that went from a different organization winning multiple titles. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It really ain't. It just gives more exposure for more Americans to watch other, like AAA, having Kenny Omega as your world champion. That, brings a lot of American stars and American fans to watch what's going on in AAA. And then there's also, the same with MLW. So yeah. Wait, he won 9? Dang, yeah, he won 9. He won, I think the 8 were in different organizations, and the 9th one was the WCW Cruiserweight title. So yeah, Ultimo Dragon, Yoshitatsu, Kenny Omega, Kenny Omega was the AAA World Champion when he was tag team champions with Adam Hangman Page. So yeah, there's nothing new. There's nothing different. It just gives more exposure to that company. So if you're someone from Canada and you say, "Oh, let's watch some AAA wrestling," there you go. Kenny Omega's your world champ. There you go.
Let's watch some AAA wrestling, eh?
Yeah, right. Let's watch the AAA wrestling, eh? Or if you're going like in the UK, like this. I say, Bitterman, let's watch some of that AAA wrestling, okay? Chop chop. Howdy ho. Good way. Good day. Great day, sunshine. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I wish WWE would do something like that, but
that'll never happen.
That will never happen. I mean, for God's sake,
unless he's buying, unless Vince McMahon is buying the company, that ain't happening.
That ain't happening. But yeah, guys, we will be live again at 7:00. Multiple streams. But we will be live tomorrow at 7:00 for NxT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Vengeance Day. But anyway, Hammer, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Well, like I like to say, with this pandemic going on, I hope you guys continue to stay safe, you and your loved ones. But most importantly, wash your hands and your asses.
And as for me, y'all, you guys take care. Final announcements for this week. I will be live, obviously, for tomorrow. ACW, I will probably do maybe one Dragon Gate show next week, this upcoming week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that'll be it for me. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for NxT TakeOver Vengeance. We love each and every one of you. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe. If you're outside in the weather, what is wrong with you? But other than that, we love each and every one of you. Boom! Good night, everybody.
Later.